Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime. Please enjoy the show.
It's the corner where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you landed here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We about to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfield.
It's week 9, and we've got another AFC Classic on deck. The Kansas City Chiefs hit the road to take on the Buffalo Bills in what could be one of the best matchups of the year. The Chiefs are 1.5-point favorites in Buffalo, and you know Mahomes and Josh Allen always deliver fireworks when those two square off. To make it even better, or not better, Tony Romo and Jim Nantz will be on call for this one. You can already hear the drama building. FanDuel has every angle covered, from Mahomes' passing yards to Kelce's receptions to how this defense plans to slow down Josh Allen and James Cook. Want even more action? Build your own same-game parlay and ride with Chiefs Kingdom all Sunday afternoon with fast payouts and an app that's smoother than a Mahomes no-look throw. FanDuel makes every snap feel much bigger. And don't forget, every Friday on Chief Concerns, we drop our best 5-leg same-game parlay for the weekend. Plus, JD's 10 keys to victory, breaking down exactly how the Chiefs can handle business in Buffalo and stay atop the AFC. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today and make every snap count. Chiefs, Bills, Romo, Nance, big-time football, and a chance for Kansas City to make another statement. Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Chief Concerns. I'm Marcus Dash. Our guy, former Chiefs tight end Jason Dunn, will be joining us shortly. He right now is at a dinner. Well, I think he's coming back from dinner, but he's at a dinner right now with his lovely wife, Susan, and obviously big fan of the show. She's always in the chat. It's our anniversary tonight, so guys, when he does come on, let's give this guy a round of applause here and congratulate him on another year of a healthy and lovely relationship that he has with Susan. We love them so much. We love Susan, and we listen for Susan for letting us sharing JD with us multiple times a week during the football season and outside the football season. But yeah, we wish them a happy another year of their marriage. So JD will be joining us. So it's good to have JD back this week. Again, Chad is still he's doing better. But guys, just again, drop a prayer and to keep Chad in your thoughts as he recovers from what he is going through. So yes, we love Chad, we love JD, we love Susan, we love everything that's going on right now. But guys, we are back, and I'm seeing people in the chat. We are back. I mean, when we start off the season by saying, what the heck? Why the hell would they cut Mike Pennel? And guess what? We're going into week 9, and Mike Pennel's back, baby. And we're back, and it's Chiefs Bills time. And I love that we're picking up Mike Pennel right before we play the Buffalo Bills. It's amazing, right? Gotta love that. And I do have some interesting news. I was gonna withhold telling you guys this, but I'm not. Okay, I'll tell you. So before the episode tonight, I was in contact with none other than friend of the show, the Beast, Mike Pennel, who is newly signed in Kansas City. He was going to come on the show tonight to surprise everybody, but he said that he'll try to get on maybe Friday. If not, definitely next week. So Mike Pennel will be coming back on here on the show to talk to Chiefs Kingdom about everything that's been going on and how happy he is to be back. So Mike Pennel will be joining us either Friday, but if not, definitely next week. Because I think next week's our bye week, isn't it? Yeah. So probably next week if I had to guess. But just want to share that with you guys. And Mike Pennel was almost going to be on here tonight to talk to you guys, but he'll be coming either Friday or next week. But either way, we're just happy he's back. He said he had to come. He was going to come on, but he's like, nah, man, I got to figure out this. I got to, go through the game plan and get ready for the game on Sunday. So I was like, dude, I'm just happy you're back. So whenever you want to come on, that's on you, buddy. But really happy that Mike Pennel's back. Obviously, we were one of the bigger channels kind of throwing, questions as to why this was happening and that why he got released. Still confusing to me. And I think it's really confusing because the fact that, like, it's the multiple times already this season where, we let Derek Nottie go, that we trade for him back. we let Mike Pennel go, that we have to hope that Chris Jones vouches for him to get him back on the team, and then he has to go request his release to Cincinnati. There's a lot of like ridiculousness for the fact that he had to go through all that to come back here. But again, I'm not going to worry about the past. He's here now, and he's back, and Chris Jones is excited about it, and I'm excited about it, and I think everybody else is excited about it. I mean, this guy is a Super Bowl legend for us. He's a Super Bowl hero in Kansas City. You can't tell the story of the Chiefs dynasty without mentioning number 64, number 69, whichever number. I mean, I think he won a Super Bowl as number 64, but as well as number 69. So, like, you can't tell the Super Bowl dynasty story without mentioning Mike Pennel's name. So the fact that he's back, we're happy about it, man. I'm seeing everybody in the chat, everyone's so happy. I love that, right? I love that. And again, it's crazy, man. Like, literally, the guy was one of PFF's highest rated run-stuffing defensive tackles, and he was able to get out of Cincinnati to come home to Kansas City. Gotta love that, man. I know people want to dog Cincinnati, but, I think Cincinnati threw us a bone in this whole thing, right? Maybe it's good graces and goodwill because they, Cleveland threw them a bone by giving them Joe Flacco for nothing. And they're probably like, you know what? Let's just, we'll give Kansas City a bone. We're not going anywhere this year. Let Kansas City have their run-stuffing defensive tackle back. And he's back. So we're going to talk about that tonight. We got a lot of good stuff in tonight's episode. JD's going to grade week 8 for us. And then we're going to talk about Mike Pennel, the impact Mike Pennel will have on the team. We're also going to talk about Pacheco's injury, the MCL sprain, which it's kind of crazy, man. Like, it looked like a bad injury, but then they show him on the table during the game getting examined, and he looked fine. And he got off the table happy. Maybe he was just happy it wasn't worse than what he thought it was going to be. But then we find out that it's MCL sprain is week to week, so he probably won't play this week. Then we're going to talk about how the running back rotation should be, so we'll talk about that. Of course, we're going to preview the Buffalo Bills game. We're going to get some really bad defense this weekend. Bad run-stuffing defense. Got a team with a lot of injuries. We're going to talk about the offensive woes they have over there because there's a lot. I mean, people want to talk about Josh Allen's stats. Sure, yeah, great. There's a lot in the running game, the passing game. But there's also a lot to dislike about that team. They are very bad against man defense. So yeah. So it's an action-packed episode. So I hope you guys are ready. Get your energy drinks. Get your water. It's time to lock in. I mean, it's looking like this World Series game 4, or is it game 5 is not looking too hot for the Dodgers. 2-0 Toronto. So you know what? Put that game on mute. Keep this thing loud. Let's raise the bars on this thing. Let's raise the decibels. Let's see who's in the chat tonight. I'm seeing a lot of people tonight, and it's looking pretty good. It's pretty live in here. Gotta love it. All right. So we got Andrea Shaw. Ooh, Andrea beat Gary this week. Whoa. What is going on here? Gary can beat. Usually the first one, buddy. Andrea, you beat Gary, so that's huge. So it's a great start for you, Andrea. You're already off to a great start tonight. Gary Holland, I agree with you, Tailgater. All right. Gary. Andrea again. What is going on, everybody? Tailgater, the guy. Love it. Love it. You guys, man. Also, too, I don't know if anybody so Tej and I had the betting show on the Friday. So Tej went 5 for 5 this past week. We'll get into all that on Friday, but he went 5 for 5 last week. And I went 4 for 5. Mariota was the only one who didn't get mine. But if you guys are paying attention to our Twitter account, I put up a betting slip early afternoon on Monday. It had my 76ers in there, it had the Chiefs in there, and it had the World Series in there. Now, if you tailed that bet, I put 25. I'm very big on 25 is probably my max. I put on any single bet. Go 5, 10, 25 is my max. I don't put anything more than that. But I put 25 smackaroos in that thing. End up paying us $4,000 on Monday. So if you were paying attention, I know Mike Brennan pulled the Chiefs ticket out of that. I don't know if he did the full ticket, but we had a few people comment on our Twitter account saying they did it. So yeah, 25 smackers went $4,000 on Monday. Took a little while because the Dodgers had to go to the 20th inning to win that game, but nonetheless we came out victorious. But yeah, Tej went 5 for 5 on the betting shows. If you follow Tej's bets, you won there, and if you followed our Twitter account, you would have won some more moolah. But nonetheless, good stuff for everybody. Okay, who else is in here tonight? Will, my God, big Mike Pennel's back. Oh, yeah, baby. We're so excited, man. When I saw that he asked for his release yesterday, I was like, man, we are really back. We are really back. But sometimes, man, like, it's just, there's these guys that play for the team, and it's like, they're not, and that's the thing. People who don't know the team, who don't follow the team at all, like, just casual fans, I would say, they just think, oh, it's a defensive tackle, right? It's like, no, man, like, probably one of the better run stuffing defensive tackles in the league. And like he was huge for us. And I'll keep mentioning it. You'll never be able to say the Chiefs have a dynasty without Mike Pennel for what he did to Trent Williams in the Super Bowl. So like, yeah, it's a huge get in the middle of the season. And the best part is we gave up no assets. Nothing came home. And we gave up no assets. So really, I think one of the questions is also with is bringing Mike Pennel back. Is that it? Or do we have to do more on the defensive line? So JD will talk about that tonight as well. So a lot of great stuff to talk about tonight. Justin the way. Justin, salute, buddy. How are you, my man? Witchy Hall. What's up, Witchy? I hope you are doing well tonight. Well, yeah, Mike Pennell's back, baby. Woo-wee. I'm excited. I need to get a Mike Pennel jersey. I think it's time. I have a Jared Allen number 69 jersey. I think it's time to get a Mike Pennel number 69 jersey, And quite frankly, I think Pennel might have been in Kansas City longer than Jared Allen. So longevity-wise, Super Bowl rings, you can probably make the argument who was a better Chief in the 69. I mean, yeah, he has Jared Allen has the sacks, but body of work, longevity, how long they were there. I mean, I don't know how many years Allen was here comparatively to Pennel off the top of my head, but pretty interesting though, right? Who stands out as more of a 69, Jared Allen or Mike Pennel? But Mike Pennell's Swiss jersey numbers, right? He went from 64 to 69, so it wasn't 69 the entire time, but still, I mean, it stands out. Yeah, Linda Hunter, what's up, Linda? I hope you're doing well. About time, let's get this party started. Hey, party's here. We're just waiting for JD to bring the party back to the channel as he gets back from his dinner tonight. So again, JD is returning tonight. JD's coming back from a dinner with his lovely wife, Susan, and they are celebrating their, is this the third? I think it's the third anniversary, their third wedding anniversary, I believe. Yeah, I think it's third. Yeah. It could be wrong. No, it's definitely third. Yeah, it's third for sure. Yeah. Optimistic James, what's going on, buddy? Guess I'm not fashionable. No, you're not, buddy. You're never late. Not on this channel. You can't be late when the time of the thing. No. Just always know the time starts at 8:15. Probably gonna start at 8:20. If it's 8:45, it's probably gonna be 8:50 because 8:45 means I'm getting ready at 8:45 to get on. I'm doing my last comb my hair, do my last little touch ups on the show, for the graphics and whatnot. So yeah, 1.5 points is wild. I think they mean 15. I mean, we're in Buffalo, and I gotta say, I mean, majority of the money is on Buffalo in this game, and the fact that the spread went the opposite way just tells you a lot about the spread. It tells you a lot about what Vegas thinks about this. So. All right, everybody. The man, the myth, the legend. Everybody, you guys know what to do when this guy gets in here. You guys know what to do. This guy is coming off an anniversary dinner, so you guys make sure you guys let him and Susan know. Feel the love, baby. Feel the love tonight. There he is.
Hey, what's going on, man? Just picking my teeth from a good old nice meal. Anniversary meal. What's going down? What is up? What is up, Marcus?
Not too much, man. I was letting everybody know that you were celebrating your lovely third year anniversary, right?
Third, yeah.
Third year wedding anniversary. So yeah, just to let everybody know to give you guys to send you and Susan some lovely vibes as you another year of a happy and healthy marriage, man. Absolutely.
Thank you all for that wonderful anniversary wish and well wishes and happy anniversaries and congratulations, all those good things. Life is good, man. Life is good. And so I found me a good one, a beautiful one, a good one, just good-hearted, kind-hearted, sweet as they could possibly can. And, she goes hard in the paint for me. You know what I mean? So that's
tough one. And we appreciate Susan for many reasons, but among them is allowing her sharing you with us, sharing the treasure of JD with us. And we appreciate that. Of course, Susan's a big time follower of the channel. And I don't know if she'll be on the chat tonight, but Susan, if you're hearing this, we love you. And thank you for allowing us our time with this guy right here. Because we love all you guys.
She appreciates it. I'm sure she's getting the kids ready for bed. So we came in and, we all went in and had a nice little dinner. So it was good.
What'd you guys celebrate with it? Mexican or what was the?
No. So we went to Longhorn Steakhouse. So I got me some good salmon and Susan got some steak. I got a little bit of steak. I don't really do too much beef, just a little bit, get a little bit there, and they had some other stuff awesome. But yeah, that's one thing, man. Shoot, it was all delicious, believe me. So it was a good thing, man. Good thing. Appreciate it, Marvin Thompson. Love from Georgia. From Georgia? What's up, Marvin? Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. So
JD, I was telling everybody again, continue saying the prayers and well wishes and positive vibes to Chad as he recovers and gets better. And yeah, as always, Chad is in my heart and everyone's hearts. And yeah, saying all the positive vibes your guys' way, and as Chad recovers and gets better.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. I was with him today, and he's getting stronger every single day, every minute. And we can't express our gratitude too often. Let you all know how much we do appreciate you all for the love and the prayers that have been sending to my family. Thank you so much for that. And so, we're humbled by it. So, thank you.
So, JD, I was letting the chat know before you came in. We talked earlier. I was in contact with our guy, the Beast, Mike Pennel, and Mike said he would love to come on tonight. He says he has so much to get ready for the game plan this weekend, so he's got a lot to do. Yeah. I mean, and I'll tell you, last 24 hours from this guy requests to leave Cincinnati, gets on a flight today, this morning to come to Kansas City. Why is he Kansas City? They sign him, and then he's in practice by 1 p.m. today. So, I mean, what a whirlwind of not even 24 hours. It's like 12 hours, essentially. I mean, it's unreal. But yeah, so he said he won't be able to get on tonight, but he said either Friday or next week, which I'm guessing we have a bye week next week. So I'm thinking next week will probably be the time for Big Mike to come on the show and grace us with his presence and let us know about how the whirlwind of the last 4 months have been for the guy, right? But but Mike will be joining Chief Concerns to talk to us, and we are excited to have Mike back in Kansas City, but also back on the show as well.
Of course, man. That's what's true. Mike's our guy, man. When they look, I understand. We understand. Hey, man, get your feet back wet. Back home. Welcome back home, brother. Welcome back home. So you never should have left, but that's something else. We ain't worried about that. Hey, water under the bridge, baby. You found your way back home. They have righted a wrong, and so it's good to see big fella back here, man. So the biggest arms in the NFL, Mike the Beast Pennel is back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it. Good things, man. That's shoot. And Mike, he's a friend of the show. But like I said, it's good to get him back, man. It's good to get him back. Shoot. So
yeah, and we're going to be talking about Pennel tonight and just his impact on the defensive line. As well tonight's show, and awesome too. The fact that he's coming back on a Buffalo week, and I'm seeing Mike Brennan Pennel going to jump on talking about shutting down Mr. Cook. And it's like having Pennel come back during this week, but in general. But I gotta say, kudos to Cincinnati for accepting his wishes of wanting to be released. I mean, this he's an elder statesman. Who knows how many years left Mike has in the league. I mean, he hasn't shown any signs of slowing down. He's still, was one of the highest rated defensive tackles as far as stopping the run this year. But nonetheless, Cincinnati, he goes to Cincinnati, requests it, comes to Kansas City. I mean, they knew where he was going. I mean, they could have held tight, said, nope, we're not releasing you. We're going to keep you. And if Kansas City wants you, they can trade whatever for you. But no, they requested. And hey, as much as we want to talk, as fans don't like the Cincinnati fans, and there's kind of that rivalry that we have with them. Hey, respect to the Cincinnati organization for allowing Mike to go. After his request and coming to Kansas City. So, because they definitely knew where he was coming, Oh,
yeah. Shoot. Hey, look, I'm sure, it was a lot of contention there, when he left, obviously, a lot of different stories and noise. But the thing is, he found himself over in Cincinnati. And so, they've been marred with a lot of disappointment and whatnot. Joe Flacco tried to come over and give him a little bit more juice. He has provided somewhat of that, but Mike was like, hey, man, defensively, shoot, I need to be back home. Okay. Enough of this farce. Let's get this thing back rolling where we need to be. And Veach is like, hey, man, can we get our guy back here, what we need to do? So I'm glad he is back home. So this is good. This is good for us. Good
it's great.
For him.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love that 2 weeks ago, Chris Jones was at his obviously, I think they knew something right? Because 2 weeks ago, you have Chris Jones in the presser saying we need to bring back Mike Pennel back. And it's like, okay, well, you're a player doing it, so it's not tampering. If it was Brett Veach doing it, that would be tampering. But Jones is talking about his buddy, one of his buddies back. And then today, they showed them at practice together, like playing like, I don't know, like playing Gotcha Last, like on the field and stuff. Them two. I mean, just two kids just being happy to see their best friend back and stuff. So it was really cool to see that. Yeah. And that this just promotes positive vibes throughout the whole team, just to have another guy back in the room. And I heard from other people today who DM'd us saying that Pennel was even the short time he was with some of the rookies, Pennel was a really a good veteran for some of the rookies that we have. I heard from Gelati's mom. Gelati's mom said that Pennel was awesome this summer for Ashton to help him get acclimated to the league. And and you hear that stuff, you're like, look, we do that. We have Fabian Lovett on, and Fabian Lovett said, like, yeah, Mike Pennel was great as far as helping me like get acclimated to being in the NFL. So you hear this from the young guys, and also you see, his love and brotherhood that he has with Chris Jones. That's a really good guy to have in the locker room.
It is. Look, he looked like everybody's big brother, and so he set the tone, letting everybody know exactly what it meant. Getting into the league. He's been around a few teams, been around some really great players in his experience and time playing. So what you do is you pass off that information to the younger guys, let them understand what it is, what it takes to be in this league, to get to like where Mike Pennel is, Fabian Lovett and those guys. Like, you would be a fool not to sit back and listen to what this man has to say. And so I'm sure that's why they appreciated him. But not only that, but also his personality, Marcus. That was another thing that I think everybody, spoke on, was just who he was, just as a person. Just not his experience in itself, just being a veteran guy, but also to his personality, man, is a huge personality, and everybody appreciated that. So I think that's why it was a head scratcher to me and you. A lot of people in Chiefs Kingdom, they're like, well, hey, why y'all make this move? Well, what was this all about? And so,
yeah.
But hey, man.
At the end of the day, we got him back. It's just unfortunate that it took this long to get here, but hey, that we'll forget about the past. We'll deal with the right now and the current that he is back in Kansas City. So guys, with tonight's episode, JD's gonna quickly do a run through of the week 8 grades, the positional grades, and then we'll get into the highlights and the hot topics of this week, which Pennell's one of them. Our running back situation with the MCL sprain for Pacheco, which we'll talk about that, and then we'll also preview the Buffalo Bills game this coming weekend. So a lot in this episode, action-packed one, guys. So sit down, get your drink of choice, and enjoy.
Yeah, we're going to get pretty quick with these grades, man. Kind of talk about it. So, we got the win. It was a good win for us. We got started slow. Obviously, tied at the half, and then coming out the second half, and everything changed what we needed to do. We needed to become who we were and who we can be. And we started showing a little bit more of that. So, yeah, let's talk about this a little bit.
Let's do it. Yeah, I won't ask too many questions during this, JD. I'm going to let you kind of do your thing with this so we can move along fast with the grades tonight. But, yep, so here we go, JD.
Yeah, no, I mean, Andy and Nagy, I think they had a pretty decent game plan, what they wanted to do. One thing I didn't really, obviously, I always call for running the football more. And so we didn't quite do that the first couple of series. I think what you said, Marcus, that, at the 15 plays, it was 12 that was pass, 3 was run. That's just, it's an imbalance there. And so I was just watching The Karate Kid. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. And it's such a great movie. It really is. Because Mr. Miyagi tells Daniel's son, you need balance, right? And I was like, yeah, that's it. And so, of course, he hands him the picture of him and his girlfriend. Balance. That's what we need. We need a little bit more balance. Now, look, I know we're not going to be 50-50. I understand run, pass is not going to be 50-50. But we do need to be somewhere around 70-30 at the very least. At the very least. So I averaged this out, man. We run an average of 68 plays. We got to run the football at least 20 to 25 times. I think Tasia said that. And, when I did the math on it, yeah, it's like 20.5 is what it averages out to. So that's what it needs to be. So anything less than that, man, we're just not doing what we should be doing. So I think we should be 30%, 35%, somewhere around there. So at least 20 plays of run. Okay. And this shouldn't be at the very end, Marcus. I'm not talking at, hey, fourth quarter, we're done with everything. I'm talking about establishing run early and often. That's what we have to do. So with that being said, first half was a little suspect to me. Second half was a little bit more decent in what we did. So I gave these guys, I gave them a B-.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair grade. It's just based on the tale of the two halves, with one half being just kind of imbalanced and the second half being on par.
Oh, yeah. So,
all right, the running backs.
RBs. RBs had a good night. And I do believe what they showed is, hey, man, we deserve to run the football more than what we've been getting called to do. And so Pacheco had a good night. Kareem Hunt had a good night. Both of them was hitting holes, getting up the middle. Gave it to Brashard Smith. He got around the corner a couple of times. He got the holding call on Rashid Rice. But, hey, we could tell that it's there. It's right there in his hip when he needs to pull it. And so, obviously, Pacheco's going down this week. Okay, he's not going to play. So we'll see a little bit more of Brashard Smith. Okay, we will see a little bit more of him. And I can't wait to see a little bit more of him. And so I think this is still going to be kind of like that thunder and lightning. Thunder being, Kareem Hunt, lightning being Brashard Smith. And so when we got these guys in there, man, I think we're going to be fine. But we got to be able to run the football, especially against this defense. We got to do, we got to take advantage of it. I think the running backs did a pretty decent job. I actually gave them a B this week. Gave them a B.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it's going to be interesting to see what the running backs can do this week, and we'll talk about them more about how the rotation will be as we do the preview. But yeah, I'm excited. I liked what I saw. It looked like Pacheco is really starting to warm up. It's unfortunate he's going to be out for a couple of weeks, or however long it is. But also, too, you're seeing Kareem Hunt kind of getting a rhythm, too. So that's exciting to see. And also, as you see Brashard Smith get more touches. So very exciting to see. And I know there's still people who were talking about Breece Hall. That ain't happening, guys. I mean, even with this injury, Andy was talking today how they're okay with Elijah Mitchell getting rotated in as well. So, they're not trading for running back.
No, we good. I don't know. The people that's saying that, I guess, just don't really understand what we do offensively. Okay, we already loaded at wide receiver, throw the ball down the field. Running backs are actually running pretty decent, actually pretty good. And so, trying to trade for a guy like Breece Hall, man, I don't think is something that we were, really in the market for, to be honest with you. So,
yeah, I'd be genuinely surprised if they traded for him, but
yeah, I ain't doing it. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I just don't think there's a need for it. If you're going to spend some assets, do it for a D lineman. Don't do it for a running back.
Well, and look, here's the thing, though. Brashard Smith has enough. Like you said, Elijah Mitchell's those guys. Those guys can run the football. They can run the thing very effective, very well. So
yeah,
I think we can need to find out what we got in the young fellow, right?
Yeah.
So.
All right. Now we got offensive line, JD, and a lot of people are really hyped up about Kingsley's game this past week.
Offensive line, they look pretty decent. Mike Caliendo was in there and Jalen Moore. A few times they kind of struggled against the pass rush. Actually, Jalen Moore got thrown on his tail a couple of times. It was actually really surprising to me, kind of shocked. But, look, this is only second game with the Chiefs as starting. So, they got the joker that was coming, man, is very talented pass rusher. Get up underneath your pads, I don't care who you are. You're going to get pushed over. We seen that. We talking about Mike Pennel. We watched that with Trent Williams, what he did to him. Put him on his tail, right? And this is a game that we know of leverage. If you get good leverage on a guy, then you should be able to win, okay? And so we won a couple of times against the offensive line. But I don't think we did a terrible job. I think the guys did a pretty decent job. Got up the field blocking on some guys. Which was actually what I like seeing, because we're built for. We're built for smashing some guys. That's what it's all about. And so I almost look at this, Marcus, when we talk about King Suma, then Mike Caliendo on the other side, and how everybody was pushing like, oh, Mike need to come out now. No, we made the right choice with King Suma. Okay, Mike came in, and it looks like. I said a couple of times they ran around him like he was just standing like a statue. I mean, literally, it was like half a move and got around him. And I was like, geez. I'm like, those things like that cannot happen. It just cannot happen. And Pat paid the price for him. It was on him a couple of times breathing down his neck. Man, he took some shots. And so I think the offensive line did a decent job. For what I saw, man, the sacks we gave up, I'm going to give them a C+.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know, I think they did a decent job in the run game. That's why they got the C+, kind of getting up on guys. They look good actually getting out on space, you know, a couple of times. So I was really impressed with that. But Jalen Moore looked a lot more comfortable being out that way. So, but yeah, man, C+. I'm going to give him a C+. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, Pat got a little bit too much. Pat was touched a little bit too much for my liking, especially against a bad defensive line as they do have, because they were without their top pass rusher in this game, and they still were able to kind of get back there at them.
Yeah. So you give him a C. You want to give him a C?
I'm gonna C. I'm down for a C.
Okay. All right. Here's where we are here. Okay.
All right. Next one, we got tight ends.
TEs, man, come on. It was National Tight Ends week and day this past Sunday. These guys came and showed out. Travis Kelce tied by Guy Priest Holmes for most touchdowns in Chiefs history. You know, these guys, man, they blew it out the water. Travis was open. Noah Gray caught some good balls. They blocked really well. I think the tight ends, man, did an amazing job this week. Just an amazing job. He was 1 yard away from getting 100 yards. And from what I understand, we haven't had not one 100-yard receiver yet. So, because he definitely could have done it. So with the accolades Travis was able to get, you know, and actually some of the things that they were talking about that was very meaningful was when Travis was talking about, at least they were saying, this is what Travis was saying, was he not only did he watch Tony and his touchdowns and what he did, but also 2 priests as well. So with that, man, I think, man, the tight ends really do deserve this week. I gave these jokers an A. Okay. They showed out for the national tight ends, and they showed, and they delivered.
Did. That touchdown grab Kelce had, too, was nice. That was sweet.
Right. It's nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the no 100-yard receiver rusher is interesting because, Hollywood had 99 on the dot week 1 against the Chargers, too. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So they did a good job, man.
All right, now we got wide receivers, EGE, baby.
Wide receiver, EGE. So these guys did a good job. There was times, you know, when I was watching them. Okay, and I'm not trying to be nitpicky. Okay, well, there was sometimes I'm looking for some blocks, you know, and I see guys not necessarily standing around, but hey, man, go find some work, right? Turn up, find some work, and so guys that always keep showing up is Juju. Juju, man, what he's doing out there, man, is just amazing to me. You know, week in, week out. He knows how to get open. He's doing that. Rashee Rice came out there, man. I guess he played like 80% of the snaps. He's back in rare form. That's what he was doing. I got a little upset because of, you know, it looked like he threw the ball at the dude's helmet, but I think he was trying to throw it to the ref. I don't know. Okay. It's plausible. I'm like, okay, we'll do it. We'll put you in. And I think he was just, but it was, I don't know. But I thought it was kind of funny. Actually, I meant to share the video because it was almost like after he got finished doing something, they put up all the things he got arrested for and all of that. I'm just like, hey, they've been waiting for this. They were sitting on this until something happened to call his name to show this.
They were ready.
It was ready. It was ready. They just, there's an ad, Rashee Rice. You know, he's like, man, I was trying to throw it to the ref. Okay. I don't know Hollywood didn't get a whole lot of balls, but Rashee Rice came out there, man. He showed out. Worthy caught him a nice few balls and stuff like that. Everybody's giving him a B. I like the B too, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give him a B. I like that. I like that, Linda Hunter.
Yeah, the Hollywood interception. with the one where Pat was throwing the back shoulder to Hollywood, and that was Lattimore who grabbed that. Was that on? Who was that on? Was that on Pat's throw, or you think Hollywood could have done a better job of trying to fight for it?
I think, man, I really believe that was Pat's throw. And look, and I said, here's the thing: if Lattimore is 5 years younger, he's on top of Hollywood Brown, and the back shoulder throw works, right?
Yeah.
But because he's, he done lost a step, right? Pat's like, oh, okay, I got him because it should be a back shoulder throw because the corner ought to beat him. But if he lost it over top of him, he scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
And he probably should have did that instead. But I get it. Like, what he's seeing, he's like, dang God. And I said Lattimore, he got the interception because he was slow. And so that's what that was. So I don't think it was really, the dude may play, right?
Yeah.
Makes a play.
Yeah. Yeah. As Trankman said, Lattimore really needed that for his confidence boost.
Mm-hmm. So I know J-Dub saying, the forgotten man Thornton, but man, I mean, all our weapons done got back, man. Well, I mean, sure. All our weapons done got back. So Thornton's there in the win waiting, and he's gonna be ready. He got in, he played a little bit, but shoot. We knew this was gonna happen, right? Worthy gets back, Rasheed Rice gets back. The thing that we was asking Thornton to do, should we could throw up top to Xavier? And the other guys could do a lot of different things. So Tyquan, he's going to be making plays. He will. So not forgotten. But
yeah, 5 reps this past week or 5 snaps on Monday. At the end of the day, I see people like I saw Lance talk about it. I saw Carrington Harrison talk about it this today, just talking about trading him. He's not getting any reps. Trade him, get some an asset for him. But for me, it's like we talked about this before. It's like we've been snake bitten by injuries in that wide receiver room. When you finally have depth, you don't trade the depth that you have. This isn't fantasy football. You don't trade the depth that you have. No, you keep it for the mere fact that one of these guys could get injured at some point. And when you finally have depth, you don't trade. And that's how I stand on it. I just don't think there's any need to trade him. Just because he's getting 5 reps does not mean we have a lack of confidence in him. It's just that what you just said. We have everyone's back now. There's only one ball to be thrown around.
Yeah, but can you still do it? Sure. The only reason is because you still got Jalen Royals. I mean, you draft a wide receiver.
That's true.
So, I mean, you got depth. You know what I mean? It's like, shoot, what Juju's been doing, Hollywood's been doing. I mean, you literally get like legit guys, like starters, 1s and 2s. I mean, that's what it is. We got that all day. And then Jalen Royals could come in. So we'll see. But yeah, Thornton he's a valuable piece, man. I don't know if you do want to get rid of a guy like that, right?
Yeah. So
he's just gonna a guy like this, because you don't know what's gonna happen with Hollywood Brown next year, and some of these things. Shoot, he's a young guy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just interesting, right? Because a couple of weeks ago, people were talking about extending him. Then all of a sudden, people were talking about trading him. Just not talking about Thornton. It's just funny how our some of the fan base and the content creators changed like the wind.
Yeah.
All right, then our offense is our quarterback, our fearless leader.
QB, man. 3 touchdowns. This is what this man does. Pat. He was getting the ball out of his hand, I think, pretty fast. Interceptions, like we talked about it. Obviously, the one they threw to Travis wasn't his fault. Popped off his hands. The one to Hollywood Brown, okay, guy made a play. Shoot. Any other time it'd work if you have a faster corner. I get it. I don't think Pat played bad. I don't. I think second half, this is what we've seen as magic. We've seen him move around in the pocket and actually getting defenses come up on him. Then he starts hitting guys in the hole. And this is where Patrick Mahomes is the best in the league at doing. It's just nobody else like him. They're just not. So for what he was been able to do, man, out there, I think he did a great job. Making some good throws to guys kind of on time. This is a tough one for me to call, but I'm gonna give Pat a B. I'll give him a B. I think it is a B.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like we said, we have a high standards for Pat. He's the best in the business. So when you're the best in the business, man, you gotta clean the throw to Kelce. Kelce, I think, said on his podcast today that he should have caught that, but like that was kind of a high ball when you say.
No, you hit your hands. You got to get that anyhow.
Nah, I agree. Yeah.
Heck no. I told that to my grandson. The ball. I said, man, hit your hands, didn't it? Yeah. Okay, catch it. So that's how it works. We don't go through no excuses, man. Hit your hands, catch it.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's what they said to us in college. Well, when you get a hand on it or you get a finger on it, you should have caught that. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about Kelce had it. I mean, he just man.
Yeah, it is interesting, right? 2 of the interceptions that Mahomes thrown, they're all because of one that you could debate that Kelce should have had in the end zone, the one against the Eagles, and then that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got Spags' play calling on Monday.
I think, man, Spags did a good job. I think he had a secondary ready to come play. Start mixing up D-line wise with what he wanted to accomplish. Same thing linebacker wise. We know Spags he's a genius, making sure guys keep everything in front of him. Okay. Obviously that first drive, it was like, oh shoot, what is it? What are we not doing? Right. And I wouldn't necessarily put it on Spags. Guys just got to execute. That's what it boils down to. But I think Spags called a good game, man. He always does. Okay, Spags a B+.
Yeah, it is interesting though, because now we've talked about it before, but like every week, regardless of how bad an opponent plays, man, I think the Raiders' best drive was their first drive of the game. Most of the time, teams' best drives against us are that first drive. And I always tell people online when everyone's going nuts about, oh man, our defense looks trash today. It's like, no, relax. It's the first drive. If you've watched Spags for the last 5 years, the first drive is always the worst drive for our defense because they're figuring things out. It's just interesting, right? How most of the time, like 99% of the time, that first drive is the best drive that offense will have against us all day long. It's just crazy how that works out every week. I mean, it tells you the adjustments they make. They're that good.
Well, you just got to find out okay, first off, what's the tempo? Okay, what are they looking to try to do against us? Okay, and obviously when we talk about any offenses, Marcus, like you were saying, the first drive is usually pretty much every coach has like your first 15, okay, plays that you want to be able to run, what you want to be able to do. So when they were successful mixing it up against us, right? So like you said, there is some patience because you're figuring your opponent out. It's like chess. Makes a couple moves, you sit back like, okay, all right. Well, yeah, he might have took a couple of your pawns, but you sitting there like, oh, I got you. Don't worry. I'm seeing how he's playing. What moves are we making right here? Okay, then you, like you said, you make the adjustment. So,
yeah. Like Sasha says, it's like he baits them into a failed game plan. Yeah, it's a hustle. He lets them think they got something cooking, and that's it after that.
mm-hmm.
All right, then we got our DBs, JD.
Ooh, man, he went the DBs first. Okay, I like it. DBs, man, they played a good game. I think it was very solid tackling. We were talking about that, Marcus, on Monday, right? We were sitting there saying, like, shoot, these guys came up and tackled really well. Jalen Watson, on her, you seen him coming up, make some plays. Cooks came up, make some plays. Jamari came up, made a couple plays. I think these guys played very, very good football. Shoot. Terry McLaurin, man, what do you say about him? We watched, Deuce covering him, and I mean he's blanketing him. Joker just making a play, man. Sometimes the other guys get paid too. They get paid too. And so Trent McDuffie, man, I think he did a solid job on it, man. Sometimes guys just make plays, but other than that, I think they played a solid game, man. So I gave the DBs actually, from my recollection, looking at this and just watching what they did. People may think I graded this high, but I actually gave them a B+. I gave them a B+, man.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, I know people were mad about some of the plays they had, like, the McDuffie was right on McLaurin for that one. I mean, that the Mariota broken play where he rolls out the pocket and, he had to use like 10 seconds back there. You guys can't guard all day long, but he throws that punt ball to McLaurin in the side of the end zone, which was a great throw and catch. But I mean, I agree with you 100%. People are questioning on Noah Williams getting less playing time this week.
What's that?
People were kind of mad and disappointed that Noah Williams got less playing time this week. How it's kind of being like roller coaster with his reps every week.
Hey man, look, we look. He's a weapon for certain things. Okay, and you don't want to. Shoot, it makes sense to me. Shoot, you got to cover Terry McLaurin. I mean, he's one of the best in the league. He's fast, he's quick. So we seen what Trey McDuffie was able to do against him. He still caught the football. Same thing. He twinkle toes on the sideline over there, wasn't he? Ballerinas scored that first touchdown.
Man,
that's what you're gonna get with a guy like that. So, I'm gonna say this, okay? I know our brother Lance was on last Wednesday, and Lance said that he believes Rashee Rice is better than Terry McLaurin. I don't think he's there yet. I like Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is a guy that is up and coming to be one of the best, but I do believe that Terry McLaurin can do a whole lot more. He just got a bigger, bag and runs a lot more diverse routes. And so we need to get, I'll put it this way. I want to see us utilize Rashee Rice like they do Terry McLaurin. I want to see more of that. That's what I want to see. So I love to have that debate all day. Unleash Rashee Rice. That's how I feel. So Rashee, man, he's a powerful guy. I say that all the time, man. He's a powerful guy, catches the ball really well, runs some great routes. But I think some of the things that we do is a little limited. We just got limited routes with certain guys. Now, I get it because that's what our offense is. But hey, shoot. So Mike Brennan said a lot of people in DC area are upset. It's scary to Terry that contract money's performance is why they paid him. That's right. You're daggone right. Now the question is for them, is he worth a long-term contract, right? That's the question right there, Mike. But that shows right there why he was paid. I know he missed the first 4 games, right? He's been out, but he's as advertised. He is. Yeah. He's always been that way.
Yeah, I think the question from a lot of people in the DC area was the age aspect, giving him a long-term deal at his age. That's the only thing. It's funny how age is like it's becoming more of a thing now to dog contracts because guys like 29 or 30, whereas like back in the day, I don't remember that being like a mid-2000s. I don't remember that being like a big sticking point to fans. Like, oh, man, he's 30. Like, he's old. It's like, what? Since when did we go from like guys being 32, 33 to like 30 being the old like measuring stick now? It's just weird.
It's different, man, because they don't think guys are working out like a Jerry Rice was or Tim Brown. They don't think they're doing that. And you start looking at all the other guys, right? Calvin Johnson, Fitzy, and all those guys, right? We talked about Moss. Those jokers, man. I mean, they had got a little longer than 2, but they were still good. They were still
Johnson.
Who?
Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson? Yes, sir. So, there was guys that was good for a long time. That's how it was. But now you have to do it these days.
That's true.
You get more looks and throws. Do you see that whole rant that Michael Irvin had? Boy, that joker went crazy, didn't he?
He did.
I'm like, man, no question, Mike.
He's the best. I love Michael Irvin.
You won't do. Yes, shoot. Had to go across the middle. Y'all wouldn't even make it. And Mike ain't lying. He ain't lying. Shoot.
Oh, man. That was a guy who could do it all, talk about route trees, and it didn't matter. It's like, it was one of those days like, if you were like, nowadays, diva receivers don't want to go through the middle of the field. Like, it didn't matter to him, man. He just wanted to catch the ball.
No, sir. They're not going to do it. And with these suckers right here, they would tear heads off. Some of the safeties that Mike had to go across on with, ain't no way. No, sir. They flinching. I'm telling you, they flinching before they come out to break.
Big time.
So, yeah.
Deshaun Hamels was preaching.
He was, man. He was letting them jokers know, like, man, don't play with me. Do not play with me. Because that's what it is. It's we get some young guys coming in here. They don't quite understand that. They ain't been watching Michael Irvin. They ain't really got to understand the full effects of, like, who we handing the ball off to. You know, who else we got around us? Mike Irvin was an absolute dog out there.
Beast. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shoot. Hey. Yeah, don't play with Mike, man. Don't play with Mike.
Nope.
Mike, real people. He real people right there, boy. Yes, sir. Took heads back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, just thinking about back in the day, it wasn't as like finesse as it is now, but also on top of that, like I'm talking about like offenses, they pass about 50 times a game. Back then it was more balanced. But on top of that, you're getting limited looks, but you're also going against defenses that are allowed to do whatever they wanted to you on top of that.
Of course.
So you had to make your money on every play you got. You had to make the most of it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
otherwise, it was
James. You said Herman Moore. No, hold on. No, I'm sorry. I didn't get there. Dale Carter. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ronnie Lott ejected. Jack Tatum would be banned from the league.
Yes, sir. I told you, Ronnie Lott. I talked to him before the game.
You did?
Yeah, man. Heck yeah. I was in Philly. I talked to Ronnie Lott and Ray Bob. Okay. Ray, man, he was he used to coach him in San Fran. And so I guess Ronnie Lott came down to come see the game, right? So Ray Rose is like, yo, Jason, I want to introduce you to somebody. I'm like, okay. This is before I was going out to go play. He's like, I want to introduce you to Ronnie Lott. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So Ronnie Lott comes over, man, and he's giving me this pregame speech. And I'm like, I'm wired, like, yeah. And he's just like, man, you got to go out there and kill him. I don't care what it is, what it takes. You got to go out there and show these guys. And I'm like, he's like, just like spitting and just letting it go. And I'm just like, just taking it all in, like, yeah. I know he might have been a little, sauced up with a little something, but he was, boy, when I'm telling you, if you had to listen to that all game, man, come on, man. You be ready to go out there and rip somebody's throat out. That's how it was, man. He had me just ready to run through a brick wall. And I was at Ronnie Lott, man. It's just like little things like that, man. He sat there, man. He gave me a pregame speech for about 5 minutes. Because Ray's like, man, we got this young tight end, man. Hey, Ronnie, come here, man. I want you to introduce you to something. It's one of our young talented tight ends come out here. Jason Dunn, man. It was a great time. It was a great time. So,
definition of a dog. I mean, like if anyone doesn't know the Ronnie Lott's finger story, I mean, he like literally got the tip of his finger amputated so he could play. Yep. I mean, like you can even imagine that nowadays. I mean, I'm not knocking these safeties now, but like that's a different type of breed, man.
Yeah. So, did you see Ronnie speak? No, I didn't. But when you talk to him, that's the story. You just know what the story is, right?
Yeah.
So,
man.
Yeah,
Ronnie Lott was also a Raider for like a year, I think. He played for the Raiders for a little bit.
He did. Yeah. I think a couple of years might have been. Or was it just 1 year? I know he's in a Raider uniform. I know that, man. I mean, sacrilegious from seeing that, but they was like, shoot.
Yeah, I remember that was when I was younger. My one of my older brothers who was a Raider fan has a Ronnie Lott Raiders jersey. He was like, you get a guy like on your team like that, man, you have to have a jersey of his. Raiders from 2 seasons, 91, 92.
That's what I was gonna say. I thought he did a couple of seasons.
Led the league in interceptions in 91 with the Raiders.
Did he?
Yeah.
Trying to tell you, man. Real dude. I'm telling you, he had me wired. And so I'm ready to go out there, man. And we better run out through the tunnel and stuff. And Ray Bob just brought him in to just talk to me, man. So,
yeah.
Look, Jazzy D said some of y'all are getting old. Huh? That's it. Dude, that's how it works, Jazzy D. Man, who you remember? Slew-footed Jones. Remember him? Yeah. Hooffoot McMahon. So.
All right, so we have defensive line here, JD. And we're going to get more defensive line talk in a second here. We talk
D-line, baby. Let's go D-line. Yes, sir. So D-line, man, I think they played a good game. got some pressure on him. Shoot, like you said, Karlaftis probably should have had about 3 sacks. Dana got one interception. They played exceptional. And so they're going to have to do it again this week. That's what's going to have to happen. But the D-line has been doing a good job holding up the way that they should have been doing all year. And you know what? I was going to give these guys, I'm going to give them a B. I actually was going to give them a B plus. I understand. I'm going to give them a B. I'm going to give them a B.
Okay.
Yeah, because a couple of times we should have had more sacks than what we did, and we didn't.
Yeah. Karlaftis, man, needs to finish.
Yeah. A couple guys. But Mike Dana, shoot, you know.
Hey, man, Danny gave extra juice this weekend. Yeah, I was really happy to see what he gave us this week.
Yeah.
That was Dana from like 2 years ago, Dana.
Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what, Marcus? I'm going to give him a B plus.
Hey, there you go.
Mike. Mike did it. Bring up Mike. Okay. So
right, we got LBs.
LBs. Solid performance. I know it was a time that it did look like Nick might have got hurt for a little bit. Other than that, I think they did a pretty amazing job. Pretty average on what they did. You know, didn't really hurt us in any way. They was there just kind of making plays, cover everything. I gave them a B.
Yeah, not a lot of noise from the linebackers this week.
Nope.
Yeah, the running backs and tight ends kind of ate against us. That was for a little bit of that game. It was kind of this is kind of like last yearish feel, you know. And Mick Nichols was getting some totes out of the backfield. Ben Sinnott from Kansas State was got involved a little bit. I mean, all their tight ends kind of got involved.
Yeah, I didn't really see too much of him.
Yeah, Sinnott's been kind of quiet in Washington. I mean, Zach Ertz came over there and just took his job, and he's been the guy since. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, then we're not saving the best for last. Then we can make the argument we're saving the worst for last.
Oh man. Okay. Special teams, man. I'm just going up and down this year, and it's been mediocre at best without special teams. It really has been. To where we're just waiting too much. I don't know, we're trying to wait and set up blocks from Remigio instead of just hitting a hole and just going. The holding calls, the penalties we just get on special teams, it just doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't happen. I mean, that's just completely ridiculous, man. Completely ridiculous. Buckner was good. It was good for him to get back on top of what he was doing. Ariza made that one punt, boomed the air out of the ball. Good on those guys, those folks. But other than that, man, the coverage, some of the blocking to get the guys up. I'm right there. Jazzy D, I'm right there with you, man. Actually, I can't. I think C- is appropriate. C-. Okay, I'll go with that one. I was going to give him a C, Jazzy, but I think C- might be more appropriate. I'm seriously. I'd be like, man, when some of y'all try to get me fired, and so I don't want to say nobody's names, man, but this holding is there. That's tired. It's been tired.
Well, JD, obviously, special teams is one of the last ways a guy can make a team to be on a team. How short of a leash do guys get on special teams? Right? I mean, for example, obviously, elephant in the room. We all know Jack Cochran's the one who's had a lot of holdings on special teams, and he's not a linebacker who's getting playing time. But I guess how much more does a special teams coach need to see or a general manager need to see before they say, hey, this isn't working out because the only role you have is special teams and you're not doing what we want you to do. How short of a leash or long of a leash does a guy like that get?
Well, considering that he's our backup, linebacker. Shoot. It's hard to say, Marcus, really. A guy like this who's just making holding calls. All you can do is score at him and get on him. And say, look, man, you want to go to the practice squad? We got someone for you to go. We can bring somebody else up. And look, I'm sure they probably thought about it. So these things can happen quickly. So I'm just saying, you even if you're trying to give whatever an excuse, hey, I didn't know the guy was going to run this way and stuff like that. Well, daggone, no, hold him. You get in front of him. That's what you do. You know not to pull on the guy's jersey, especially trying to get away from you. You think they're not going to see that? He's trying to go make the tackle. They're going to see you pulling out his jersey. They're going to see that. Matter of fact, they're looking for you. Why 43? He's holding. So, oh, man.
Yeah, so what is that? Because he had two this past game? Or he had one.
One this past game.
Two of the Jacksonville game, one in this game.
Yeah.
Hey, really Monday night standout on the holding calls.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it comes to shine on with the holding calls on Monday night.
Probably should get Cochran off the return team, but he can stay on the kick and punt coverage. That's how you end up getting a penalty on that. Kick and punt coverage. You know? Nah,
yeah.
I just but you know how it works, Deshaun, man. Sometimes he can't afford. He's a guy, he's a body that you need, to get down there, so he's some guys, because you're just talking about numbers wise, I wonder who's backing him up at that position.
If a guy's having trouble with that, JD, would they send him to the tight end for individuals during a week? It's obviously a more of a problem for him. Would that be something they could send Cochran to individuals to get some blocking practice, or is that something he would have to do after practice?
No, we just do it in practice. Just work special teams. Still working the same thing.
Okay. Just curious if they would, Cochran, like it was a high school or college. Cochran, give him the tight ends today.
He don't want to come over there. Sure. Sorry. Nah. You got enough special teams work that you can do individual that you can get a guy, getting his work in.
Right.
So this is it's unacceptable. That many times, consecutive weeks. Come on. No, sir.
Yeah. All right, well, there you go. There's the grades for week 8. Now we're on to week 9, baby. On to Buffalo.
Let's go.
All right, Jay. So in the opener, we talked about our friend of the show, Mike Pennel, is back. And on Monday, we talked about, potential of what are we going to go for? We're going to trade for a DN, defensive tackle. And now we didn't trade for one, but we got a guy in who's amongst the best of being run-stuffing defensive tackles in the league. Again, this is something we vouched for right after it happens. Can we make this right? Can they bring him back at some point? He ends up going to Cincinnati. Then 2 months later, he's requesting to be out of Cincinnati and signing with the Chiefs within 12 hours of his release from Cincinnati. And Mike Pennel. Just how big of a boost is it for the Chiefs to have Mike Pennel back? And does this mean we're done making moves to the defensive line, or do you think there could be more to come after bringing back Mike Pennel?
I'll tell you what, that was a good question, because I was going to ask you the same thing. Do you think we're done making moves at D-line? Are we just okay with Mike Pennel coming back here and, filling the void? Now, look, I love Mike Pennel coming back. We needed Mike to be here. And so he's going to provide a lot of that, the run stuffing defense that he had. And so I love Mike for that. But I think we still need a guy that's going to be able to provide a little bit more pass rush as well. Okay. What Mike is really good at, Mike could bench press a truck. Okay. And the thing is, why he can do that, we need some more pressure on the quarterback. All right. And so what Mike does provide in the run game, that he does a much better job than, I would say, some of the guys we got. We need to get somebody to get a little bit more pressure on the inside from, maybe a more pass rusher type of guy. So maybe, and a younger guy though too, Marcus, right? That's another thing. and you're probably looking for a young dude to come in and do something. So I think that's you might want to move into that realm of getting another dude as well as Mike, because Mike complements us a lot. That's what he does. He complements what we do defensively incredibly well. And he's going to provide a lot of those things for those while he's in there. Another thing Mike can also do, like you heard from Fabian, Lovett, and those guys, man, is he can be a mentor to a younger guy to come in, right? Even though Omar Norman Lott is not there because he got hurt, but shoot, bring another young body that he can kind of help out. Or maybe we find somebody on the practice squad who hadn't really shown, and Mike could help those guys out too, right? When we got some young dudes, I'm still trying to, because I'm not hearing enough about them. And I would assume some of those guys might have started making some noise, make some headway, right? Then we end up with the whole talk with getting rid of Mike Pennel was, are we going for the youth? For the young guys. We want it to be young, okay. Besides Gelati, right? And Gelati's playing more defensive end than anything else, right? He could do, and Gelati could do it all, right? We know him, Mike Dana, Charles Amenahu, those guys, they could do things like that. They could go inside and outside. But if you're looking from a true inside D tackle, 3 technique pass rusher, that's what you're looking for, like a young guy. And you just wonder why it hadn't really worked out that way. So, hey, thank God we brought Mike Pennel back and put it that way. So,
yeah, Mike Pennel made a good comment here. It said we needed a big man before the Omar Norman Law injury happened. We need another DT before that. So this is pretty much only going back to having another guy in the room. It still has, like you said, I mean, it's no secret. Mike Pennel is one of the best run-stuffing defensive tackles. Pass rush maybe isn't his strong suit. Not that he can't do it, but it's not a strong suit. Not having Omar Norman Law, who that was his strong suit, that does hurt. And as far as you mentioned it, there was guys in the DT room in the practice squad, at least Broderick Martin. Who's the other guy? Zach Pickens from South Carolina. I mean, there's guys, but we haven't heard anything from these guys. I mean, I don't know. The only time I've seen Broderick Martin this year was during that Lions game at the end where he was trying to break up the fight because he used to play for the Lions. So he was trying the big body just get in between guys. That's it. That's all I've seen from him. So we haven't really seen what he could do for us. So I guess my only fear is just knowing how we kind of operate when Veach brings back guys like the year he brought back McCole Hardman, right? People thought that was just a one small move. It's like, oh no, more's coming after this. This isn't the only receiver move we're going to make. And it turned out that was the only wide receiver move we make. I feel like, is this the one move that Veach makes? Like, hey, I brought in a D tackle. You guys asked me, the fans wanted the D tackle. I brought one in. I brought a fan favorite back. That's the move. There's nobody else of significance that's going to be moved right now. Because, we talk about Quinn Williams. There's guys out there, but apparently a lot of these teams want like primo assets for him. And Veach ain't selling any primo assets.
He ain't doing it. He ain't giving it up. Some guys are just too expensive for him not to do. But here's the thing, though. Because I would say that Mike Pennel is a good move in the right direction, right? Because of, what we were getting out of, a couple other guys inside there, right? I think Jerry Tillery has been out there trying to get, some things, and he hadn't really shown too much. I expected a little bit more out of Jerry. Okay. Nandi, I said, we said, Derek Nandi was another one that we felt like, okay, we made this move to get him back here, gave him a pick for him, and then all of a sudden, what's the result of it? So, and it is a bend don't break defense. We playing very well stopping the run, and a lot of that is our linebackers are coming up, our safeties do a great job making tackles right there in the box area. I think guys fit really well in what we do, but we need to generate some pass rush. That's what we need to do. So.
I know Tipolotu, Marlon Tipolotu, he played a decent amount this past game. I actually believe, let me see. Tipolotu, okay, he only played 4 snaps less than Nadi did on Monday night. Did you notice anything from him? Did he give any juice that you no?
No. I want to see guys. And if you don't come off the film to me, like, man, who's that guy? I'm not saying that. Like, who's that? And hey, man, shoot. Need to see more. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other name Mike Brennan says, waiting for the Jacks to cut our next defensive tackle. I feel like that is going to be the only thing if we do bring another defensive tackle, and this is me, it's Kalen Saunders. It's just guys, they already know the system because it feels like they have a comfortability with getting guys who know the system, especially on like it just seems it's what they always do in the midseason ones. I mean, very seldomly they'll go and get somebody who's never played, for us. I think Tony's the only one that comes to mind as far as midseason acquisition, who was somebody from another team. I mean, we did with Uche last year, and that didn't work out at all. So maybe they feel snake bitten by the midseason trades with guys who don't know the system. Do you feel like that could be a thing?
No. I mean, I thought Uche probably should have worked out here, and he just didn't. Maybe just didn't fit our schema as far as what we were trying to find things for him to do, and didn't get it to happen. Who was the one guy we got from the Cardinals too?
Oh, Cam Thomas.
Yeah, Cam Thomas. I was just like, man, I thought he was gonna give us something. Oh, Cam. And then also nothing. So, I mean, obviously it's easier said than done. Okay. But we got a proven monster and Mike Pennel coming back that will help bolster what we do. Right.
Yeah. I mean, and especially this 4-game stretch we have against pretty good run offenses. Buffalo, obviously, Denver, solid between Dobbins and RJ Harvey. What else do we have? Indianapolis, Jonathan Taylor after that. So, I mean, it's quite a bit of rushing attacks we're going to be going against. So to have Mike Pennel back in the house, regardless of who we're going playing against, but especially with the upcoming opponents we have, just great to have him back in that room. And who knows, maybe, a rejuvenation. Maybe he can give us a little bit of a pass rush from the defensive tackle spot. Maybe.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, tailgater pressuring it. Josh Allen actually getting a hold of him will be key. Allen has great pocket awareness, and he'll be running around in the backfield a lot. Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit here. All right, JD. So another big storyline. Oh, D-Hop didn't give us much. That was but we'll say D-Hop did give us a good amount for midseason in comparison to other guys we've got in the past.
Well,
midseason.
I will say this, and I'm gonna go to bat for D-Hop. It was almost like we went away from D-Hop later on in the season. It didn't make any sense to me.
Made no sense.
I'm like, hey, man, what's the deal? You see a sucker catching footballs up there with the Ravens? I don't put that on D-Hop. We just want giving him, we want to give him looks. That's my assessment. And I couldn't understand why we went away from D-Hop. He made it one, I think, he dropped the ball or something like that, and everybody got all over him. I'm just like, D-Hop has the best hands in the world. Keep throwing the ball to him. And I'll guarantee you're going to catch 9 out of 10. So.
Hey, he went for getting, I'm looking at the game log right now. He went for getting 9 targets. So first game 9. Or wait, that was first game. Okay, so first game was against the Raiders the first time around. Okay, so 9, 5, 4, 6, 9, 9, and then 6, 4, 4, 1, 2, 5. Yeah. They made no effort to get him the ball anymore. I don't know what that was. Just trust with Pat? Pat's lack of trust, or Pat not having time? I don't know.
I don't think so. And D-Hop's one of those, man. He could catch anything. He run pretty much any route. He has certain routes that he's very good at, okay? And maybe some things like getting open or like sitting in zone. Hey, maybe he don't stop as well. But I tell you what, you put him up a sideline, back shoulder throw, and all those different things, he's got it. Shoot, basics and all, he has that. Deep routes, you got it. So,
yeah.
I just not picking up a quick game. I don't believe that was the case. But we weren't looking for him to be Rashid Rice. That's not what we're doing.
It was just another weapon to have.
Yeah, Deshaun said we're keeping D-Hop's snap count below 50%, so the trade compensation stayed at the 5th round instead of the 4th.
I genuinely believe they did that, which is crazy to me, honestly. Like, come on, we're trying to win a Super Bowl. Why are we caring about guys' snap numbers? I mean, I believe they did that because that's just how Veach operates up there. But like,
man, but you talking about that's
wild.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, you talking that you had to be like surgical too. Like as far as like doing that. I mean, I don't think we were anywhere near, as far as having to be at 50%. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of times that, you had him. It was, but where we just went away from him toward the end, it just didn't make any sense. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like you could have had him come in for 25% of the snap share for a game or 30% of the snap share for the game. But in those snaps he's there, you make a point to target him.
All to him. 30%, man, at least. I'm going to D-Hop. 35% D-Hop in there. I'm coming to D-Hop. They would just have to know I'm throwing at this joker.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he did that. He definitely did that for sure. No doubt about that.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes. Worthy, the way that he ascended is because of that man D-Hop. No doubt about it.
Yeah. And that's the stuff that doesn't get shown on stat counts and stat sheets, but that's the stuff that, Worthy became I'm not going to say it's all because of D-Hop, but 100% of his a lot of his knowledge and IQ came from D-Hop last year, reading defenses. Worthy talked about himself, the way he learned from D-Hop. So, that's just something that's going to be paramount for Worthy throughout his career, is the first year he had with DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah. D-Hop would have looked like a red and white Power Ranger if he could have gotten into a rhythm. No question about it, man. Them Monty Green Beans. No doubt about it. Shoot.
And never forget his post-game presser after the Super Bowl when they asked him if he was going to be back here, and they was talking about the Super Bowl, and he said, I don't know if I'll be back here, but I know they'll be. And that's just a guy who had the utmost respect for the organization to say that, for a guy to say that, like, I don't know if I'll be, but I know they'll be. That just tells you so much about D-Hop and how he felt about the organization.
Man, writing on the wall. It's almost sad to say. And look, shoot, I've been there. It was like, what's going on? Like, when do you start feeling like they're going away from you and what you usually used to? And I seen that. And, sometimes the offense is reflective of it too.
Yeah. And honestly, I wish he would have gotten a Super Bowl ring, but at least he was able to score a touchdown in the game. I know he had the big drop, which a lot of people are going to remember. That's going to be the stain. Everyone's going to remember when we talk about D-Hop's time. Here's that drop he had in the Super Bowl. But at least he got a touchdown in that game. A guy who's played for so many years, at least he got to do something, he'll remember in that game. But yeah, wish he would have gotten a ring.
Yeah.
But all right, let's talk about another guy who I wish he got his ring was Kareem Hunt. The Hunt for Red October, almost the end of October, but at the end of October, it looks like he's going to be the guy coming up here soon. So obviously Monday night, we talked about Pacheco's hit that he took at the end of the game, and we were kind of at first, I think all of us watching that play like, oh, that's not good. That didn't look good. But he goes to the sideline to get his knee examined. He gets off the table. He's all happy and stuff. It's like, okay, I dodged a serious injury. But then the next day, a lot of time injuries, it may not hurt the first day. It's going to hurt the next day. And so it seems like,
quick.
Oof, yeah. You feel like you're great. And then the next day it's like, even last year he hurt his ankle, remember? He was parading around after the game. And then the next day found out, oh, he fractured his ankle. Like, uh-oh. But yeah, MCL sprain, and they're calling it week to week as of right now. So who knows how long that is. But backfield split between Brashard Smith and Kareem Hunt. You mentioned both those guys earlier. You think they'll get more of Brashard Smith. And a lot of Chief fans online are saying it should be more Brashard Smith. And I say, yeah, Brashard Smith. I don't think he'll be the feature back this week. And I think Kareem Hunt will be the feature back. And I said this, and someone came at me saying it was a silly take because I went to the game log last year and I said, look, Kareem Hunt was dragged off the couch. And in that time that he was dragged off the couch, he did 4 back-to-back games of 20-plus carries. And this is a guy who wasn't in game shit. They just put him out on the field from the couch to the field for 20-plus carries in 4 straight games, which hadn't been done in Kansas City since Larry Johnson did it. And this guy is obviously Kareem's in better shape than he was last year. And I think that Kareem Hunt can be a bell cow for a couple weeks. It's not a season-ending injury for Pacheco. It's a couple weeks injury. And to have him to be the bell cow while you go smash and dash. You said Thunder and Lightning, smash and dash. Kareem's your smash, and you have Dash and Brashard Smith. How do you think this whole thing plays out? Do you think that Kareem Hunt will be the bell cow, so to speak? Bell cow in our office is what, like 12 carries? I mean, that.
Yeah, shoot, why not? I think he's earned it. Like you said, what did he show last year? Like you said, coming off the couch, eating all the pretzels and everything he had, and the Funyuns on his chest. Hey, that sucker came in and did some work for us. He did. He did some work. Hey, and we appreciated him for that. To the point that everybody, we ain't gonna keep him. You gonna get cut now? What? What are y'all talking about? Y'all lost your mind? Did you just not see this man what he did last year? And he wasn't in tip-top shape. I would say he kind of worked into it. He got into that place. So, I think he deserved to be the bell cow. At least get the majority of the snaps. Now, Brashard Smith could come in and give him a little something. Same thing like Mitchell. He could come in, give him a couple of plays. I love to see him, see if he's still healthy, because that's a good. He can run the football too. So we got enough. We got enough. So I'm around watching Russell 121. I hope he does. I hope he does. So I think sometimes when he gets in that open field, he forget to shift and wiggle because he's like, oh shoot, I'm out. It's open. Let me run. Have dogs they free and also they just run into something because they just wide open, just running. And I think it's what Kareem Hunt just be doing, man. He just be hits the secondary. He's like, oh shoot, like I'm in the wind.
Yeah.
Go, Kareem, go. And then, he gets to make a move. So
he has our longest rush of the season from the running backs, that one he had against Jacksonville.
He's had a couple long runs, man.
He was close to breaking that too. That safety didn't come out on him.
Yes, sir.
Now, Kareem, this is something too, and I've seen people say this. I'm curious to get your response to this. Is Kareem has his role in the offense. He's a short yardage back. Don't remove him from that just because Pacheco's out. Just have Brashard be the guy and have him still be the short yardage guy. What do you make of that? Because I think it's ridiculous because I think Kareem showed last year that he can be the guy, and even especially this week against Buffalo. Last year when we played Buffalo, we had healthy. Pacheco was coming back from his injury. It was 4 games in that playoff game. But Kareem was the more the back who had more explosion in that game. 17 for 64 and a touchdown in that game. He looked great in that game, and then get to the Super Bowl, they barely ran the ball with him at all. But I think Kareem still has juice to be a couple game feature guy.
Of course. He could do it short yardage. We know he's shown that he's been able to get some, long runs. Short yardage, man, he's the best in the business. Why change anything that you do with him? So, and the thing is with Kareem Hunt, the more you run him, the stronger he gets. It's like a superpower, right? And when he starts that whole eating stuff, and they love it. They love it for him. They love it for him. That's another thing. The guys are so happy when Kareem Hunt just, scores, touchdowns, or just get long yardage, man. They love when Kareem does that. And I do too. So I don't see Marcus any of that changing. Give him a good workload. Give it to him. Get him majority of the snaps at that running back position. If Brashard Smith comes in and he starts torching it, go with a hot hand. That's what you got to do, right? So, but I think you may be able to see something, man, this week. And this would be a good week to do it. So.
What do you anticipate the split being between Kareem and Brashard if you had to put a numbers to each one of them? I'm guessing, for me, I'm guessing 16 or 17 for Kareem and 7 or 8 for Brashard as far as carry split wise.
You could, yeah. Just depends on what we do, man. The thing is, we get into the Bills in a second, but you can attack the secondary, so we're gonna be passing the football. But I think you could attack the run. They had a good game against, Carolina. It's the Panthers, though, right?
Yeah.
And so, I know they have a really, Panthers have a good running back. That sucker came and matter of fact, I got him on my fantasy. Sucker didn't do nothing. I was upset. I was like, what the heck?
Your Chubba?
Yeah. No. What's the Dowdle?
Oh, Rico. Yeah, Dowdle.
Yeah. So he's I thought he was going to be able to do a little bit more. But, hey, the thing is, I think we can exploit that. We should be able to run the football with them. Now, look, we know this too, okay? The Bills have been out there looking for somebody, too, to get on their defensive line. They've been looking for some juice. So they've been in trade talks to try to get a few guys, right? Their need is safety. We understand what their need is, okay? The D-line did the D-line did okay. Look at the first games, how they looked against them. Wasn't so pretty. But now I think the weakest link is definitely their defense. So we just got to attack them. That's how I feel about it. Attack them jokers, man, and just running down their throats. But you got to hit them over the top, too. It's going to be wide open against, the Bills. So,
yeah. I agree. We'll get to that right now. Jared Mitchell, this is a good point. I didn't even think about this. Kareem can handle one game. We have a bye week for him to ice up. That actually, JD, that smells like a 20-plus carry game for Kareem. Hey, you got a bye week. I think people forget. Last year, he comes with the first game is the Chargers, 14 carries, 69 yards. Okay. But then with his 4-game stretch, 27 for 102, 22 for 78, 21 for 59, 27 for 106. I mean, they trust him. They trust him to give him the totes. I mean, yeah, we didn't have Pacheco there, but they just the guy came off the couch and they're like, hey, we're going to give you the ball 20 times. And Reed wasn't even doing that with Jamal Charles. He wasn't doing 4 games back-to-back with 20 carries with Jamal Charles. He did it with Kareem Hunt. The last time we did this with 3 back-to-backs was Kareem. And then before that, 4 back-to-back 20-plus carry games was Larry Johnson. Hadn't been done in Kansas City since him. So, it tells you the trust they have. And, yeah, you have a week to ice up. So it's like, yeah, we're going to ride you this week and ice up, and then maybe Pacheco comes back in 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, that's true. Utilizing. Why not? Like we said, we got guys waiting. They talk about CEH. He's another one. Shoot. Hey. It's true. But somebody, I think Mike Brennan said they'll lose their mind on Twitter. I'm sure.
They lose their mind about everything, but yeah, definitely CEH.
What you doing? Why you? It's like, man, come on.
Yeah, trade for Jonathan Taylor, Veach. Why are you elevating CEH? Trade for Jonathan Taylor. It's like, it's not happening, guys. It's not realistic. But yeah, that was a great point by Jaron Mitchell there. We have a bye week next week, so you could definitely see a big time Kareem game.
You could, like I said, but if the young fella starts taking over and he's running brilliantly, shoot, you got to run him.
No, 100%. Smash and dash, baby. Smash and dash. Thunder and lightning. Reggie Bush, Lendell White, all day long. All right, so our next topic here. So JD mentioned this Buffalo Bills defense, and we talked about it Monday night after the postgame or on the postgame show that this isn't your grandma's Buffalo Bills defense, guys. This is not the Buffalo Bills defense we've come to know over the last few years. So Bills defense, I got some numbers here. So obviously we have the injuries. So no Ed Oliver, no Taylor Rapp. So safety and main defensive tackle out. The pass rush just hasn't been what it has been for the last few years. Bills defense, so ranked 19th in yards per play allowed this year. So big plays are happening against them galore. 23rd in third down defense this year. So teams are staying on the field against them a lot, and we're a good third down team and becoming more of a fourth down team according to the numbers of the last few weeks. Andy's spicing it up on fourth down. And then the biggest stat of all is run defense, 31st in the NFL, allowing an average of approximately 150.3 rushing yards per game, giving up 5.8 yards per attempt. So JD begs the question, we're talking about Kareem Hunt being the guy this week. How does, and this team being horrible as far as yards per play allowed, how does Andy and the squad go about attacking this rough defense, so to speak?
Hey, man, run the football, play action. That's what you got to do. You got to, obviously RPOs, but also, too, what you got to do against these guys is you got to test their safeties. If Rapp is out, hey, you got some deep balls. You got some guys who will go get it. And so I think it's important that we test this defense out in every single way. put pressure on them as soon as we come off the play. That's what you got to do. So go vertical, horizontal, let them cover every blade of grass that they possibly can. Turf up there. But, hey, look, this has got to be the game plan. The game plan is going to get their weak points. Like you said, against the run, got to attack that. Also, too, the safeties, we don't know if he's going to get somebody. I know they talk about trying to go get Buda Baker. They can make it a play for him for sure. But are they willing to do that and a bit expensive? So those are things that we know that they're susceptible with, Marcus. And I think that's what we have to do. We got to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the run D against them, or the run D this year. I mean, like every running back. I mean, I know they blew out the Carolina Panthers last week, but I believe both Chuba and Rico Dowdle both had like 50 yards against them on the ground, and that was a team that bailed in the run game pretty early in that game because they were getting stomped on. It just tells you. I mean, what were you saying?
I said the Red Rocket couldn't do it, huh? Fizzled out.
Kirk Cousins and Red Rocket need to hang up the cleats. I think. I think it's time to. I think it's time for the nightcap for them, man.
Give them a year's supply of hair gel and call it the career.
Yeah, give them a microphone. Send them all to CBS or Fox because I think it's done. Take away the cleats from them. But yeah, I mean, I think like I said last year, Kareem ran really well against them in the AFC Championship game. This is a team that can't stop a nosebleed, and Bijan Robinson looked like Walter Payton against him. I know it's Bijan, but man, he dominated them.
Yeah.
I just think it's so weird for a team it's like a night and day, right? They have a amazing head coach who's an amazing defensive guy, but this defense just, I mean, like when you hear a stat like they're bad against or what is it, 13 yards per play allowed. I mean, what does that tell you about their defense?
I mean, shoot, they just giving up big plays. I don't know if it's, I haven't really watched them extensively, but that could be a lack of tackling, getting to the secondary. There'll be big plays like that. The guys are just getting lost. So I'm not sure what it is. If you're just getting blocked, linemen getting up to the second level, I mean, all of that plays into it. So run, pass, 13.9, that's daggone. I mean, they giving up all the cookies. They are.
Yeah, I'm looking at their sack total this year. So I'm curious what their pass rush pressure is. So they have 22 sacks in the year. So they're about top 10 in sacks. Yeah, they have 22 in comparison. We have 17, so they have 5 more than us. Yeah, I will say that I know that they're allowing big plays, but as far as passing yards, I thought it's kind of funny that they're allowing the second fewest passing yards in the league this year. But I mean, that's because teams are just running the ball at will against them. So it's like, why pass? We can run it.
Right. I guess they're just torching them up then. I mean, that's true. And that's what it can be. We talked about this. What we thought our defense was like, man, shoot, against that Seattle game in the preseason, didn't look good at all. We was like, okay, this cannot be what we're going to look like during the season. And so we've been able to fix it. So they did a good job this past game. So they're going to try to build on that, Marcus. They are. They're saying Isiah Pacheco's out, but Kareem Hunt is effective. They got a young guy, Brashard Smith. Hey, how many hats can we get on him? And so what we do well also too, Marcus, is we out-leverage the defense. We're going to get around them. We're going to run a couple of jet sweeps, a couple of reverses. That's going to be in the game plan. I would see at least 3 jet sweeps. Rashid Rice, Xavier Worthy getting a couple of them. Screen game is another thing that's going to be, good against a team like this. So, like I said, man, you just got to test where they are up front. Okay, that front 7, what do they look like? And so, once you go and you start doing all your scouting report, you're gonna find out where all the holes are. Now, the thing is, guys up front, are we gonna be capable enough to go ahead and get those holes open? Okay, it's very important for us. It's very important.
And we're getting a question about Trey Smith. So talk about the guys up front. I believe Trey Smith did practice today in a limited capacity.
Did he?
Yeah. He was limited today in practice, guys. So Trey Smith is on. It looks like he is approaching playing this week. So that's a big deal to have him back.
What was wrong with Trey? What was up with it?
It's the back spasms from two weekends ago.
That's right. Okay.
So to have him back in practice, I mean, I don't like to knock on players, but I mean, having Trey Smith is a massive upgrade from Caliendo. So having him and I will say to our benefit, right? The main clip that I love showing from Mike Caliendo was the against Buffalo Bills last year, where Ed Oliver gave him the power slam because on that one where he lifted him up going back to Pat. Luckily, I don't want to see Caliendo. Luckily, they don't have Ed Oliver this year in this matchup, but I don't want to see Caliendo get body slammed by a defensive lineman on the Bills.
Wow, jeez.
So yeah, Trey Smith, massive upgrade to have Trey Smith back. So yeah, guys asking in the chat, he was limited. All right, so now let's go to the other side, so defensively. So on the other side of things, while they have a horrible run defense, they actually have a pretty dang good rushing attack. So Bills have the best rushing offense in the league, led by Josh Allen and James Cook. They're generating around 164 yards rushing per game, which is 20 yards higher than the next team. So this tells you it's legit. Passing game, on the other hand, has been rough. This is interesting. So Allen's average depth of target this season, according to PFF, is 8.2 yards, which is on pace to be his lowest of his career. This is a stat I saw. There are 35 quarterbacks who have thrown at least 10 passes that travel 20-plus yards in the air this year. And Allen's passer rating on those throws of 20-plus yard passes, 38.2 a passer rating on those, which is second worst in the league.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it's rough sledding over there. In terms of time to throw, Allen sits at about 3 seconds, which ranks the 30th slowest in the league. Obviously, part of that is because decent protection over there, as well as extending plays. But some of the metrics suggest that it has something to do with the receivers not getting off man coverage. So defenses have figured out that they can play man-to-man against the Bills and dare the receivers to win. And so far, they're not doing that. I think I saw some crazy numbers. I mean, Josh Palmer's their best receiver getting off man. I don't think he's even playing this week. And so essentially they're playing right into what Spags wants to do, is play man against them. And this is not the team you want to have man trouble with. So Jay, when you hear these numbers about, obviously the giant rushing attack they have, but also depth of targets not there, not being able to beat man coverage, what does this tell you about the matchup and how it's playing into kind of what Spags wants to do against Josh Allen? It's generally in the past, right? It's stop the contain Josh Allen and make it more of a James Cook, let James Cook beat you kind of thing. I mean, and just kind of stop Josh Allen.
So what they've been doing a lot more 13 personnel. 12, 13 personnel. That's kind of what their offense is. And so obviously we understand with their 2 tight ends, his third tight end also too, they're getting a lot of work, and they're looking for that matchup to be, as something that is to their advantage. Is it advantageous against us? We just got to make sure guys are hitting the gaps. We can't let them get away, man. Cook cannot cook on us. He just cannot. Can't let him just do it to us. Josh Allen knows he's going to drop back and he's going to take off. That's what he's going to do. And what we have to do, what Spags have to do is Spags will have to bring pressure from different areas, different places. And especially, if you can run man behind that, then you could definitely run more pressures this week than you need to any other week. And to be honest with you, I would do that. And so when you hit Josh Allen often, that sucker gets frustrated. He does. I mean, he changes up, man, like into a totally different guy. Chanel spy again. You could do Chanel. Oh, man. You might have somebody else do it on the spy. Okay. So I don't know. Spags going to be, let me put it this way, he's going to be creative. And that's one thing Josh Allen kind of alluded to. He was just talking, I heard him in one of his press conferences. He was talking about, the affinity that he had for Spags, the respect they have for one another. And so Josh knows Spags going to dial some things up that he hadn't seen. He knows he's going to mix it up really well. And I don't think it's going to be any different. So I think Spags is going to make sure he puts guys in a position to make plays. If he can play man on the outside, because, what's the name of the, you said Palmer, Shakur is a guy. What's the name? Coleman, I don't know what that joker can't get open. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know what's up with him. Everybody was screaming about him trying to get to Kansas City.
I know. Yeah, this about Shakur, JD. I was just there's another stat I saw. So Shakur leads the Bills with 41 targets, but per PFF, just 7 of those have come against man coverage, and he's caught 6 for 54. Keon Coleman's 39 targets, 15 were against man, and he caught 9 for just 84 yards. This is after the game on Sunday. So I mean, they're getting their money against zone, I guess. They can't do much on man.
No, hey man, that's so we don't run too much zone. We don't run man.
Nope.
You know how they had to do last time. We ran man. They run a lot of crossing routes. That's what they did. A lot of pick routes. So we just got to be ready for that, because that's what they're going to do. And not, like I said before, also too, Marcus, hey, they're going to utilize the tight ends. They're going to think tight ends going to match up really well against our linebackers. That's why I'm sitting there saying, like, we got to be ready for things like that, okay? So Josh was saying so. He thinks that's probably the best option, as opposed to having Coleman and all those guys out there. Bring the tight ends and try to run down our throat and then go play action with those guys. The tight ends are very good. They catch the football really well. And so, I think that's going to be more of their game plan, right? So, you got Dawson Knox, Kincaid, Jackson Hawks. I mean, that's who they got, man.
Yeah, it's a solid tight end room that does help out with their kind of receiver woes. I for me, I know a lot of people are. It's obviously Chiefs Bills, so it's a rivalry, and I feel like with this game, I think this game is more of a measuring stick for them, because if you look at their wins, they're 5-2. Their 2 losses come against the only 2 winning teams they've played, Atlanta and New England. The 5 wins they have, they're all against I think the Jets, Miami, Baltimore, which is a good comeback win, because that was when Baltimore's healthy at week 1. Honestly, Baltimore fumbled that game away. They should have won that game.
I don't think they recovered after that week, to be honest.
No.
With you. That's true.
Man. So yeah, all their wins, Baltimore, New York Jets, Miami, New Orleans, lost to New England, lost to Atlanta, and then their win against Carolina. So this is like their first measuring stick, and I think for them and their GM, I think they're going to go into this game as kind of like their barometer. Okay. And then at that point, then you'll see maybe moves made after this game on Sunday. I think they kind of want to see how they measure up against the class of the AFC before this trade deadline coming up. That's kind of how I see it. I don't think they're going to make any moves between now and Sunday, but I do think this is a game of like, all right, let's see what we have against the class of the AFC, a heavyweight opponent.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. I mean, that's fair. With these things, especially with the Chiefs, you're thinking these are going to be the 2 teams always, toward the end, and playoff teams. Who's going to get the head nod over this, right? And so, since this series, what's the winner? What's the record between Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen? Do you know?
I believe it's 4. Allen's 4-1 in the regular season, and then Mahomes is 4-0 in the postseason. Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So,
I just want to get that. Make sure I'm correct on this. 9 games. Oh, come on. Yeah, so it's 5-4. Pat's got 5. He's got Josh has 4. So yeah, okay. 4-1 in the regular season for Josh Allen, and 4-0 in the postseason for Pat.
All right, so these guys are going to be going all out. We understand Josh Allen. They're going to try to win on his back, his legs, his arm. That's what they do. That's what they do. We just got to be strong enough when we bring blitz and pressure. We got to get him down. When we are trying to utilize a spy, whoever it's going to be, the guy's got to come up and make a solid tackle. Okay, you cannot let him get extra yards, because he will. He's a long joker. He's a powerful joker. And he's crafty. He's crafty. But Cook is another one, man. You can't let that sucker start slicing you up. So they're going to have a good game plan against us, and they're going to hope. They're going to hope the defense holds out against them. That's really going to kill them, because they just don't have enough on their side to do it. So yeah, hey, tip your hat out. Yay, we beat the Carolina Panthers, and they had a good defense. Okay, well. You ain't going against what's his name, Tex, whatever his name is outside. You ain't going against guys like that, okay?
No.
So it ain't what you're doing. It looks different.
Yeah, my thing in this game, and it's kind of the common thing when we do play Buffalo, regardless of how good the offense is or how bad the defense is, whatever. It's just like we've had opportunities. Jones has had opportunities. Karlaftis has had opportunities to sack Allen, and like we saw last week with Mariota, and Josh Allen is he's in a different weight class than Mariota as far as weight wise. And just grab him and finish him, bring him down, take him. Don't let up, man. Like finish these sacks. And so that's the one thing I do want to see in this game, because I think that is the difference. It's going to be one or two plays against Buffalo. Although I do think we do handle them big time this weekend. Just to finish on the sacks, on the pass rush, because I mean, it's there. It's to be had. Yeah. And yeah, the spread has gone from 1.5 to the Chiefs being a favorite of 1.5 to 2.5. And most of the betting public is like 70% of the money is on the Bills. And usually when that happens, the line goes the other way. But for some reason, the money's going the opposite way, which for me tells me we're going to win this weekend by more than a field goal. Big time. But yeah, we'll cover all that on the betting show on Friday.
Mm-hmm. So.
But all right, everybody. Well, we hope everybody enjoyed the episode. It was awesome having the entire crew back. JD having you back on a Wednesday preview show, and having the grades, having all this stuff. And of course, JD, we hope you guys have a lovely celebration of the anniversary, not just tonight, but the entire week.
Yes, sir. We will. We'll enjoy each other. So that's what we do, man. But we appreciate all the like I said, everybody's wishing us a happy anniversary. Thank you so much. We able to get us a nice little meal and dinner. I'm actually gonna go up and I might go snack on a little bit more before I head to bed. So
there you go.
Yeah, keep my feet up, man, and spend some more time with my sweetie. All right. So I didn't spend more time than I needed to down here. Boy, I get up there and she's going like, hey, like it's Marcus. It's his fault. Marcus' fault. So, thank you all, and also too, like I said, for the prayers and stuff like that for Chad as well. Our family, we appreciate it so much. Thank you, you guys and gals, for all the things that how you support us. Wouldn't do it. We couldn't and wouldn't do it without you. So with that being said, love you guys. Thank you so much. With that being said, I will say bye to each and every one of you all. Greg, Roselinda, Hunter, Witchy Hall, Lars Zinkser, Jazzy D, Austin Mixer, James, Sasha, Michael Kittle, Deshaun Hammonds, Demetrio Spence, Gary Holland, Witchy Hall, Mike Brennan, Greg Rose, Reese 913, Joe E, Tailgater. Who we got? Go for KC Ever. Who else we got on here, man? A lot of people came through tonight. It was good to see everybody. Good to see, the crew. That's what I call you at the family. Chiefs Concerns family. Good to see you all. Sasha was here in the house. What's up, Sash? Let me see. Who else we got? General 51. All the good names, man. All these good people. Good folks. Good folks. Y'all come in here and y'all come hang with us. So glad y'all enjoyed the episode tonight. Really. And I always enjoy you all. Demonic Green Beans, my brother. Appreciate it so much. Man. Who else we got on here? I'm the Brown. Yes, sir. Yeah, he said they had 2 or 3 plays. And yeah. Jaron Mitchell. What's up, Jaron? Good to see you, Jaron. In the backfield. Yep. Who's it? Andrea Chenault. What's up, Andrea? Will was in here. What up, Will? Good to see you, brother. Yeah. J Dub 64. Is that right? 84. My fault, J-Dub. My fault, my guy. 84. Perfection 2K here. Let me see. Who else was there? Man, I think that's about it, Marcus. See some names just kind of run through. Cordell was in here. No, I seen that name. I'm kind of run through Marvin Thompson. See the name who was in here. Justin Blackwell as well. Pono was in here. Pono Kawhi. What's up, Pono? Yeah, Giuliotti's reps are dropped dramatically. Yeah, you know, it's going to be all right. It's okay. Nana. Sherry, what's up, Nana? Good to see you, Nana.
Actually, Giuliani had 3 more reps this week than he had last week.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, the 18 last week, 21 this past week. So kind of hovering around that 15 to 20 range.
Okay. Aaron Rose, 69. I think, you know, maybe it could be a lot of different things in that, right? Same thing, guys are getting healthy. Chiefs fan, 1969. They might want to see how things look. Could be nursing something, right? They'll bang up. This is a long haul, baby. This is what this is.
This is essentially the end of his college season right now.
Yeah, for real. So I think that's about it. You know, hey, listen, if I missed your name, y'all know what it is. Love you guys. Y'all take care, ladies and gents. We will see you all on Friday on the Betting Show. Take care. Love each other the way you're supposed to love each other, because that's what we need to do. Do more of that. We're going to be a much better place. Okay, Marcus, man, love you, my brother. Appreciate you. Y'all take care. Deuces. Y'all have a good night. I'm enjoy my anniversary. I'm going to go for my sweetie. That's what I'm going to go.
There you go. Love you, buddy. Happy anniversary again, man.
Appreciate it, my brother. Love you too, man. I'll see y'all.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.